and I didn't even have to wear sunscreen, foundation or powder. Do I need to say more? Look how gorgeous that looks. It just looks like my skin is just naturally that way. Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be reviewing two incredibly popular Korean tone-up creams from the brand numbuzin. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録しちゃってください. If you have been following me for a while, you probably would have heard of the brand numbuzin already, since I literally do not stop talking about them. They are the creators of my absolute holy grail serum, the number 3, I have it right here, the number 3 skin softening serum, and so many of you guys have already told me that you purchased this through my recommendation and it has worked wonders for your skin, which makes me so happy. If you have not heard of them before, they are a Korean skincare brand that was actually awarded the most popular skincare brand among Korean skincare YouTubers in 2021. I think between like close to 3,000 brands. We all know that the beauty industry in Korea is absolutely insane. There are so many brands and so many products, and they were chosen to be number 1 most popular between YouTubers in 2021. So I feel like that's like pretty impressive. They've hit number 1 selling in Olive Young, which is essentially Korea's Sephora. Their number 3 tone-up cream, which is one of the ones that I'm talking about today. This one also was ranked number 1 on Hua Hair, which is their huge beauty reviewing site. It's kind of like at Cosme in Japan, and also ranked number 1 on Q10 in Japan, which is essentially like an Amazon type of site in Japan. So obviously they are a big deal, and I have been a fan for a while now, so I totally understand their hype. I have been incorporating the number 3 tone-up cream in my everyday routine since I did mention it in my best makeup finds of 2021, and I still use it on a daily basis. But they did come up with another tone-up cream recently, their number 2 Goodbye Redness Derma tone-up cream. So I thought it was a good opportunity to do a comparison in-depth review of the two today. So if you are not familiar with tone-up creams, they are something that I do find is more common in Asian beauty, but they are something similar to, say, a tinted moisturizer or a tinted SPF, but they are so much more than that. Before we get into the review, I thought I would mention that the products in today's video are available on Amazon, which I am sure makes it super convenient for a lot of you guys. I will make sure to leave the shop link in the description, as well as where you can find it globally too. Firstly, let's talk about the number 3 Porcelain Base Skip Tone-Up Beige. This is the first tone-up cream launched by numbuzin, and I would consider it to be the ultimate foundation-free base. I am wearing the number 3 today, and you can see that it does give my skin that natural glow, that brightening effect, although the lighting today isn't great. So I'm going to insert some footage of a day where the sun was shining and my skin just looks so glowy, gorgeous, flawless, and it really does kind of tone up my skin and make it brighter, and I didn't even have to wear sunscreen, foundation or powder. Do I need to say more? Tone-up creams was something that I was always interested in, but I felt like it was quite hard to find a good one. They tend to look too ashy or white cast on the skin, not enough protection, or it even sometimes had too much coverage and looked really cakey on the skin. Although this one is definitely not that way, and I was happy to finally find something that could achieve that dewy, glowy, natural look without having to use multiple different products. Natural looking, minimal, my skin but better, clean girl looks have never been as popular as they are now, and I do feel like this is the kind of product that can achieve that effortlessly. Let's take a look at the actual product. I'm just going to apply a little bit onto my hand. So it just comes out like that. It really is like a cream sunscreen, and the texture is so creamy, and you can see it is very easy to blend out. It does have a slight beige tint to it, and as you can see, even on my skin tone, it does look a little bit light to begin with, but once you blend it out, it does kind of just melt into my natural skin complexion. Once blended out, it is quite a sheer coverage, so it can almost look like you are not wearing anything at all. But that is the beauty of it, because it gives this subtle glow as if your skin is naturally smooth and dewy and glowing from the inside. Like, look how gorgeous that looks. Like, I know it's my hand, but that subtle glow, and it just looks like my skin It's just naturally that way. It does look gorgeous on my hand, but obviously products can look different on the skin. So I'm going to show you guys how to use the product and how it applies on my skin. So let's get right into that with my awkward voiceover. Let's go. As there are makeup elements to the product, I definitely recommend prepping your skin with some skincare. Making sure you have a well hydrated and moisturized base will help to avoid peeling and buildup of product. It is a basic step and definitely a necessary one if you do want that smooth, flawless application of any makeup product. Now that I have prepped my skin with toner, serum, and moisturizer, I am going to start off with a pearl-sized amount of the No. 3 Tone Up Cream. I do just like to spread it and blend it out with my fingers like I would sunscreen due to its nice creamy texture, and tap it in to give a smoother airbrushed finish. As you can see, although it looks natural, it has definitely brightened and evened out the skin complexion on the side where I've applied it. If there are areas you need more coverage, you can always lay out more product on those specific areas. I do have a couple spots near my forehead and the chin, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of extra amount and blend it out. I do sometimes like to use a cushion puff to finish off to give even more of a smoother look. I love wearing the No. 3 by itself as my makeup base for that my skin but better look, although if you do prefer to wear your regular makeup, you can always use this more as a primer since it does provide some protection and a smooth base. I have been wearing this one to work most days, and on those days when I want a little bit of something but not actually have to wear makeup, I also felt like it wears better than regular makeup since it doesn't have any of that heavy feeling and is super lightweight and very comfortable to wear all day. Now let's talk about the No. 2 Goodbye Redness Derma Tone Up Cream. From the name, you can probably tell that one of the biggest selling points of the new No. 2 Tone Up Cream is that it helps to cover redness. Off the bat, I did notice that this product does have more coverage and is more a makeup type of product compared to the No. 3. And due to its high coverage, I do feel like you have to be slightly more wary when applying it and blending it out to get that even application. Compared to the No. 3 Tone Up Cream, as you can see, the formula is a bit more runny and lotion-like. The cream does come out green. This is what helps to cover the redness since green tones are known to counteract red. Although you can see as you start to blend it out on your skin, the encapsulated formula starts to change into your natural skin tone. It definitely does even out skin tone and covers redness and blemishes better compared to the No. 3. You can even tell on my hands side by side, like it has really evened out my skin tone and has counteracted any kind of red tone that I may have had in my skin. Initially, I did not realize how well it covered redness until I kind of tested it and removed some of the product off my skin. Redness is definitely not one of my biggest concerns per se, but recently I have been getting a bit more redness in my upper cheeks, so it's nice to know that I have something that's quick and easy to apply, covers that redness, evens it out, and also has some protection as well. I remember when I was younger and I used to go out drinking a lot more than I do now. I mean, I literally never go out now, but I always wore green primer and then foundation on top, which ended up looking cakey just to cover that Asian flush or redness that I would get when I drank alcohol. So I wish I had something like this that covered redness, evened out my skin, but looked really natural as well. I think this one is great for people who do suffer from some redness. For example, if you're going to a morning gym sesh, you could apply this to have some sun protection, and it can also help to cover the redness that you might get from working out. Or even rosacea skin. This one actually contains derma soothing ingredients like centella and noni, so it's going to feel really comfortable on the skin even if you're wearing it for a long time. The only thing I had trouble with was that this one did sometimes peel on my skin, and it did tend to cling on to those dry patches compared to the No. 3. This is a characteristic a lot of tone up creams have, so once again, just make sure that you have a really well hydrated base. Now let's go ahead and see how this one applies on my skin. Once again, I am going to start off with prepping my skin. I'm going to use a slightly more moisturizing serum this time. Again, I am going ahead and applying the No. 2 cream with my fingers as well. Due to it being a higher coverage than the No. 3, you do have to be a bit more wary when applying it and blending it. So I am going to apply smaller amounts at a time for even application. Other than that, I do feel like I can go with the same application process as the No. 3, just using my fingers and then blending out with a puff if necessary. Compared to the number 3, you can definitely see there is more of a drastic difference between the two sides of my face, and it has obviously covered up that redness, especially in my cheek area. Here is the finished application. Although it isn't quite as glowy or a natural finish like the number 3, I still feel like the coverage is great for everyday wear. Especially after a touch of eye and lip makeup, I feel like it is just such a clean and flawless look. As you may have guessed, I definitely like the number 3 tone up cream better. I just love the texture and the finish it has on my skin. It is already a part of my regular routine and I do reach for it almost every day. It is great for people with all skin types who want a very natural coverage and glowy finish. Whereas the number 2 I would recommend for normal to combo skin types. Those who want a little bit more coverage and something to help with that redness. Honestly, I do pick and choose depending on how my skin is doing and love having both of them around. Best of all, they are affordable and have great sun protection. I must note that they are not a completely transparent formula and do have those tone up elements, so they may not be suitable for all skin tones. As I personally cannot test that factor, if you do have darker toned skin and have tried this out before, I'm sure everyone would love to know your thoughts, so please leave it in a comment below. Once again, all of numbuzin products are available on Amazon US. To be totally honest with you, I'm incredibly jealous of Amazon in America because you guys have so many good K-beauty products on there, so make sure you do take a look. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and thank you numbuzin for sponsoring it. It has been so exciting to work with you guys again. I mean, obviously, I am obsessed already. If you guys want to check out any other content, please make sure you click one of these 2 that I have chosen. I am sure you will enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Mwah.